Welcome to the Big 12 on ESPN. It was an early start for TCU fans in Fort Worth. College game day was here at Schollmeyer Arena, 10 a.m. Central Time. The fans were ready, and they're ready to keep it going this afternoon. 11th ranked TCU, 18th ranked Baylor.
And so you see the first matchup. You have Little Paige Bugs defending Miles. You have Bella Fauntleroy on Suarez. Again, these are the two players that went for 67 in the matchup in Waco.
And a turnaround. See their starting five with Taylor Bigby, Donovan Hunter joining Olivia Miles, who has 5 triple-doubles this season. Marta Suarez coming off a career-high 32.
Off of those high on-ball screens, and she's so strong. She keeps defenses on her backside and gets layups.
Shot clock on 4. Miles leaning towards her right and knocks down a three. To the previous trip in the Miles triple.
Well, your point guards have to be aware of time and score. Olivia Miles sees that the shot clock's getting skinny. That side dribble to create.
Scott. Feed to Johnson. Good catch this time, and the finish by Kirsten Johnson, known for her shot blocking.
And I think they've got to get some points from the bigs of Baylor here this afternoon. Again, Suarez with her versatility, trying to power up, and does against Bella Fauntleroy.
Fauntleroy outstanding. Talia Scott's get out of the way, but it's controlled by TCU. This is what Miles does, gets downhill, and once she gets downhill, you can't stop her. Put 118 on the board against Cincinnati. They had 4 with 20 or more points for another win. So West Virginia, 14-4 in the regular season.
It's been that way all season. I don't call them upsets necessarily because I think the matchups are so key and will be key next week in Kansas City.
A little bit more locked in, a little bit more connected on defense. And now Miles on the bench for TCU.
With Miles out, the offense will be going through Suarez. Assist.
Kicks it out. Big B. 2 TCU players near the ball. Suarez, good three-point shooter. Shows it from deep.
I like that now we've seen the ball go from one side to the other for Baylor. They need to make TCU work defensively, but they also need to take care of the basketball. 8
turnovers now. Miles with the finish this season, and certainly when it comes to taking on Baylor. Fauntleroy will try the 2 and get it.
Good read by Fauntleroy.
Johnson played well as of late. Little Paige Bugs for 2.
And allows those other 2 to usually get the steals, but definitely get out and run in transition.
Miles fades away, gets another one.
Well, as soon as Olivia Miles recognizes that she's got the 5 player on her defensively, she's ready to go to work. And they're doing a really good job getting over the top of the on-ball screen versus Scott, so Scott gets no advantage.
Little Paige Bugs.
And we asked Nikki Collin about that today because they only had 9 assists in Lubbock against Texas Tech, and she said we just had a nice heart-to-heart about what it was going to take to be successful. And this is eerily familiar to what happened in Waco a week and a half ago. There was a game plan by Baylor, and then Suarez got hot, and they had to make changes in matchups at halftime.
Baylor with the push with Van Geitenbeek. Wide open look for 3. No. Abraham put back, yes. So plenty for Baylor to play for here as Miles starts the second half with the lefty finish. 2 points, 0 of 9 from the field in the first half for Baylor's leading scorer. Suarez will try a 3.
Miles just does such a great job in transition, just surveying the floor.
With the finish and the foul.
As I said, she's just surveying the floor. It goes over that on-ball screen, and this is why she's so good. When you go over, she pins the defender on the inside. She's so strong with the ball in her hand and powers it up for the and-one opportunity.
There's Silva, throws it out to Suarez. Big B on the take, and 1.
Bigby, because of the closeout by Bella Fauntleroy, realizes that she's got the drive, and she takes it strong. You see the rotation? She gets it off in time before the defender can rotate to get that block.
Johnson picks her up. Miles showing the handle. The kick to the corner. The extra pass. Suarez, spark three! Johnson, nice little move.
Yes.
Had that hesitation in the paint. Knocked it down.
During this stretch, I think she needs just a moment to collect herself because she's forcing the action.
Johnson trying to take control. Scott defended by Bigby. Johnson, you know what's going up if she's got in her hands, and she'll have a chance for a three-point play. Baylor bench loves it. Can Baylor end on a bucket here to close out the third as it gets loud inside Schollmeyer? Scott finally, after going 0 for 11 from the field, she knocks down the jumper.
TCU on the free throw line. Your defense has been really good here this latter part of the third into the fourth.
Bigby with the left.
Calm down and slow down. 17 turnovers now for TCU.
Can Baylor take advantage? Scott can. Chance for a three-point play.
And so you see the snaking of Scott, and she goes right up and challenges Silva.
To Utah. They have been in every game. They've won most of their games, and Talia Scott. Miles and Suarez have not scored in the fourth quarter. Suarez changes that. Too strong, but Silva's got it in a second chance here for TCU.
Good decision by Bigby not to go right up with that shot.
Miles sees the opening and takes it.
Need a bucket, it's Miles time.
Holding, hesitating, driving, kicking to Silva, who gets it. Inside of 2 minutes to play, and TCU's back up by 15, make it 12.
The key right now, Baylor's either got to start fouling to extend this game, or they're just going to keep working the clock down.
Miles finds the open, Bigby for two. Hunter's going to stay on top of Scott right now. Van Gunby gives it up to Johnson. Johnson, another tough finish by Markayla Johnson. Final seconds to go here in Fort Worth. From 2 forfeits 2 years ago to 2 straight Big 12 regular season championships, the Frogs have done it again, all alone atop the Big 12.